I decided to do my digital humanities project on The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. First of all, I opened up Voyant, which is supposed to take the text of a novel and pull out specific words that appear over and over again, and hopefully will display certain themes that are found throughout the novel. I highlighted the entire text of The Great Gatsby, which was very, very long, in a Microsoft Word document, and copied that and pasted it into the Voyant page itself, which took a minute because it was so much text and it took a little bit of time to appear on the page. So this is the entire text of The Great Gatsby, and I hit reveal, and what it did was over on this left hand corner you can see all of the words that appeared the most times throughout the novel. There are a lot of stop words throughout this novel, and I did this wrong the first time because I actually need to click on English under this stop words list here. But what it does is take out all of the helping words like and, the, to, and hopefully what you're left with is the most important words that were mentioned throughout the novel. So as you're looking, these are all of the words that are mentioned the most times throughout The Great Gatsby, and a lot of them include names and action verbs, like said is mentioned a lot. And then you come upon words like house. This word house becomes very important throughout the Great Gatsby, especially referring to Tom and Gatsby's house. You're going to look at car, which occurs a lot. Time, said obviously is the most said word. While this Voyant tool gives you some kind of insight to what The Great Gatsby is all about, it can't tell you everything. It mentions that names are said a lot. The word said is in big bold letters as the most mentioned word in the entire novel. The entire novel is not about something like he said, she said. The entire novel has a much deeper meaning that you can't just get through by looking at these words that appear in this bubble. When looking at the themes of The Great Gatsby, which are mentioned on Shmoop, you're going to see things like society and class, love, visions of America, which, yes, visions of America can be represented by eyes, although I don't think you're going to necessarily pull that out just by looking at the word eyes within this sound, or within this cloud of words. You're going to see visions of America that are represented by the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg throughout the book, but the word Eckelberg is not mentioned within this bubble of words. There are many themes that are not said on the word bubble that are represented throughout the novel. This theme of wealth and lavishness, these giant parties that Gatsby threw, the love between he and Daisy. Their names are mentioned in the bubble, but not their love. This is Gatsby's house. You can't tell how giant this house was by the bubble, nor can you tell how giant Tom's house was by this bubble. You only see the word house. There is also this theme of isolation, which you don't get to see during that bubble. This article about digital humanities, we read this in class, and it was talking about how technologies today can help expand people's knowledge about novels that they're reading, different kind of literary works, and while this is very true, this cannot be proven by looking at novels like The Great Gatsby and simply using Voyant. While it can give you some kind of insight to what this novel is generally going to be about, it's not going to give you the details that you need to know to truly study this novel in depth.